All right, so we are going live. So if you're watching this later, this is the replay of the live. And today we'll be doing a Q&A session, so a question and answer period all about, I guess, studying aromatherapy, being an aromatherapy student, because for those who don't know, my name is Jessie and I'm an aromatherapy student. And when I wanted to study aromatherapy, I looked all over the internet trying to find different videos of aromatherapy students sharing their experiences, and I couldn't find any, so I'm making the video that I wish I would have had. So I'm going to open up the questions. Hello everyone. Hello Tris. Hello Megan. So for you guys that are here, if you feel free to ask any questions you have, but feel free to also sit back, relax, come and go as you like, because I do have questions in my question box. So I'm going to start opening up these questions that you guys had already asked me. So first question is, how did you get into essential oils? So I think in my early 20s, I was kind of open to like natural solutions to be able to support my health, take care of my health, and I didn't really know much about essential oils, but I was out at like an expo where people had different booths, and there was somebody from a company, a rep, that was telling me how great essential oils were. I thought they were really expensive, but then I thought, oh, I'll get the starter kit and just kind of see what it's like. And I had so many crazy wow moments of seeing essential oils work in ways that I would have never imagined, and just really improving my health. At this time as well, I had some health issues that unfortunately doctors couldn't help me with, and with essential oils it really gave me the life I never thought I would have. So I guess it was just kind of a fluke. I was open to new natural remedies, and then one day it just, the opportunity presented itself, and then I tried it. All right, so that's it for that question. If I answer any questions and you want me to get into more detail, let me know. So my next question, I'm just looking to see what I have. Okay. The next question, hi Mike. The next question is, how did you go about choosing the program you did for studying essential oils? So if you ever want to study essential oils, I recommend not just clicking on any kind of course you see online, because there's a lot of sketchy courses out there, and some even saying that they're certified, but I guess who are they even certified by? So I would recommend, like I did, I went on the NAHA website. So the NAHA website is the National Association of Holistic Aromatherapy, and you can go on there. You can either find aromatherapists that are registered with NAHA, or also go on to the little section of their website where you can see a list of approved schools and see what kind of schools really suit what you're looking for in studying aromatherapy. Because there are even some aromatherapy schools that are more geared towards working with animals, some with humans, some with different kind of certifications or levels as well. Hi Claire. So yeah, I just kind of looked on that website, saw which kind of schools appealed to me and what I was looking for, and then I think there was about 5 or 6 schools that I thought, oh, that's kind of interesting. I'll shoot them an email, because there were certain things I was looking for in the school, and then it came down to just 2 or 3 top picks for me, and then I ended up choosing the school I did. So if anyone, like I'd mentioned, has any questions, feel free to ask them in the comment section. I'm also going through the questions that everyone else had asked me earlier on my IG story. Next question. So the next question is, who or where to study in Canada? So I'm guessing that would mean, where would you study in Canada, or what school? So like I'd mentioned earlier, I'd really suggest, if you're thinking about studying aromatherapy, at least in North America. Sorry, and I should have clarified, I'm talking about North America, because if you're from other places in Europe, this might be different. But if you're thinking about studying aromatherapy and you're Canadian, I would look at the NAHA website, so the National Association of Holistic Aromatherapy, see what kind of schools there are. And a lot of them, and I think maybe possibly almost all of them, maybe all of them, are online learning, so you can study at whatever schools you want. You can choose to study just in Canadian schools, but you can also open it up and study in American schools. So for example, if you know of a school that is really popular that you'd like to go to in the States, you can, or you can go even worldwide. But ideally you'd want to be speaking the language that they teach in. But it's really, you're not even really limited of where you actually study aromatherapy. My program is Canadian, but we have people from all over the world that are students at the school I'm at, and it's all online. Next question. Hi, Katori. Next one is, did you get any negative feedback from friends and family? I'm guessing this person asked this because it's not really a traditional route. I'm not deciding to be a doctor. So when I told people, I'm pretty low key. I don't really tell people a lot about different choices I make, but I remember there was this one person in my close circle that said, well, Jessie, like, why would you study aromatherapy? Like, can you make money doing that? Or why don't you just, you know, get a government job and get benefits and all that? So I did have some people asking some valid questions, but at the end of the day, I knew I was doing what I wanted to. And at this point of time, when I decided to actually enroll in an aromatherapy program, essential oils had changed my life. And there was nobody that could ever put a doubt in my mind that essential oils weren't powerful. And I saw the way that essential oils really changed my life, gave me the quality of life I have now. And I just wanted to be able to be equipped to help other people. So for me, whether or not I end up being an aromatherapist, which I still am not sure, I do not regret deciding to study aromatherapy, because it really is something that brings a lot of joy to me, and I know they're powerful and I know they're amazing, and I really wanted to just learn more. All right. And for those watching, feel free to ask more questions if you like. I don't want you to feel like you have to though. Okay, next question. What do you plan to do for work with your aromatherapy certificate or certification? Like I mentioned earlier, I'm not completely sure if I want to make this a full-time career. I don't know if it'll work out. However, I always want to be able to work with aromatherapy on the side, whether it be a side hustle or a full-time thing. I was thinking of maybe doing social media. That could be a way to really reach people and educate people about essential oils, but also I was thinking of getting specialized. So a lot of times when people study aromatherapy, they will get specialized in a certain health issue or just certain health things. I'll give you an example. So for example, some people might work with women issues. Some people might work with more people on the spectrum and really have a specialization. And this is because I've been told that when you are just a general aromatherapist, sometimes you might not get the clientele. Whereas if you have a certain specialization, let's say you're known for lady problems, someone will say, hey, I know her, I know someone who works with that. Jessie does, right? So if that was my specialization. But if I was to get specialized or kind of have a concentration on the side, I'd really want to get into trauma and nervous system attunement. So I've been looking into different kind of holistic therapies. So for example, somatic experiencing, I've heard of that to really attune your nervous system after trauma, because sometimes people will experience trauma and not be able to get their nervous system back like balanced like it should. And sometimes we have big T traumas or little T traumas, and we may not realize that the effects of our nervous system or the effects that the trauma had in our nervous system that we might hold with us our whole life. So helping people really balance themselves emotionally and with their nervous system. So I think if I specialized, it'd probably be that, or with physical pain, because for example, like back issues, because a lot of people are suffering, and pain is a silent and invisible symptom. So sometimes people really get written off as people who are just seeking like drugs or narcotics, or people who are just making it up. Sometimes people are going through real pain and doctors can't help. So I think it'd be really cool to look into that aspect of aromatherapy and just relieving pain and helping people support with pain. So I'm a social worker therapist. Do you know, or can I incorporate essential oils in my practice? That's a really good question, Megan. I would caution against incorporating essential oils in your practice if you're not trained, because there are some safety issues with essential oils. For example, if someone's on medication, if someone's pregnant, and there's also safe ways to use essential oils. So I think if you were interested in incorporating essential oils in your practice, I would probably recommend that you look, like I said earlier, I'm not sure if you were here, but look on NAHA's website, so the National Association of Holistic Aromatherapy, and see what kind of schools they offer at a level 1 certification. So there's different kind of certifications and levels and recognition in NAHA. And level 1, I think, is for other health professionals that want to incorporate essential oils into their practice but aren't necessarily aromatherapists. So I'd really suggest that if you are a different in a different field like social worker, therapist, or massage therapist, and you want to incorporate essential oils into your practice, I would recommend looking to see if there's any level 1 NAHA schools. Good morning from Australia. I can't believe it's morning. It's night here in Canada. All right, so I answered my last question. We're going to get another one. Okay. Next question, how long does it take to get certified? So as I mentioned earlier that, oh, I see Triss had mentioned something. Yes, level 1 is for health professionals and people wanting to make some basic products. Thank you, Triss. So you heard it straight from Triss. So check out NAHA and their level 1. So sorry, back to the question, how long does it take to become certified? It really depends. I actually wrote some stuff down for this and did some research for this question and answer. So generally speaking, to become an aromatherapist in, say, North America, if you want to become a part of the National Association of Holistic Aromatherapy, you ideally want to get certified to a level 2 or a level 3. And level 2, I looked on their website, it is a minimum of 200 hours, a course that is a minimum of 200 hours. And level 3 would be a course with a minimum of 300 hours. So this is like your basic certification. You'd do this course, get certified, and then after you continue to have continuing education hours as you are practicing to be an aromatherapist. So ideally your learning should continue all the time. So it doesn't really sound like much, but that's what the standard guidelines are. For my program, I'm actually doing a 600-hour course, and initially it was supposed to be a level 3, but now they're revamping the program, and my 600-hour class is actually going to be only a level 2, and then I can add an extra, like, I think 750 hours to get level 3. So that depends on the school, right? So I am doing 600 hours for level 2, where I can go to another school and only do 200 hours. It depends on the school, but minimum 200 hours level 2 and minimum 300 hours for level 3 NAHA recognition. I think that answers it. Oh yeah, and then some courses will, they'll usually give you a timeline, so it's at your own pace. Like I said, a lot of courses are online. So for example, my course was my first course out of 2 of the 600 hours. The 300 hours, generally they want you to finish within a year. So you can do it at your own pace. For me, it's going to take me longer than a year now because of COVID, because I can't see patients and it's really slowed me down. But it depends on the program. You'd have to see program by program how many hours it is and how long you have to actually do the course. I'm just reading. Triss says, I believe it's like yoga, isn't it? You have to keep up the certification if you want to maintain registration. I believe so. So you have to keep on learning even when you are a part of like an aromatherapy association. So they'll have a certain amount of credit hours you have to do each year or each 2 years. Oh, you're so sweet, Bethan. I'm so happy you're on Instagram. I learned so much from you. Oh, you're so sweet. Next question. How much time do you take studying, taking tests, and making blends, etc.? Again, this is something that I would say really check with the school you're studying at. For me, that's kind of what I asked all my schools. So in my school, when they said my course, hi Ashley, when they said my course is about 600 hours, they said it does include studying, taking tests, and making blends. I am a perfectionist, so the first course that I'm actually taking 300 hours on it's been way over 300 hours because I spend too much time studying and really just eating up all the information I have. But I would really suggest that you check out with the school that you're looking at and ideally ask questions before you sign up. All right, so what other questions have you guys had? Also, Ashley, if you ever want to jump on, you can jump on and people can ask you questions. Or we could do it another time. I'm sure people have questions. Ashley is an aromatherapist, and yeah, maybe I'll ask her to do a live interview one day and you guys can ask her all these questions. All right, so next question is, how much school supplies did you have to get? Ashley's nervous. How much school supplies did you have to get to take the course? For example, oils, carrier oils, etc. So when I signed up for my course, they gave me the binder with all the stuff, which was included in the price. I don't know if all schools do that, but mine did. They gave me like a graduated cylinder with it, and then they asked me to get a recommended starter kit. Again, it wasn't mandatory, but it was really suggested. So in that starter kit, there were 17 essential oils. Most of them were common essential oils. So we're talking like lemon, peppermint, lavender, thyme, tea tree, eucalyptus globulus, geranium. There was rose in there, and Roman chamomile and frankincense. It could be different for every school, of course. And then also a carrier oil, a choice of carrier oil. For me, I'd suggest probably just getting like 1 or 2 or 3 carrier oils, like coconut and jojoba, because they last longer. Because when I got really excited, I bought a bunch of little carrier oils and then realized that when I did case studies, I'd have to buy more of that carrier oil to continue that case study. So I would just keep it simple at first until you really know what you're looking for in carrier oils, because it could save you a lot of money. And then I also had to get like, for example, like little 5 ml empty essential oil bottles, 10 ml essential oil bottles, so a dozen of each, a dozen spray bottles, a dozen flip tops, so they'd be like plastic containers that you flip open if you've checked out my other YouTube video, and then 12 inhalers. So some of these things I did use and I just kept on buying them, some of them I didn't, so I think it's a good idea to kind of look and say, when would I actually use them, and then maybe buy as you go if you can. So how much? If you're talking about how much money as well, it really depends where you're actually buying the stuff. So for example, if you're buying from a company that sells $80, $90, $100 bottles of frankincense versus one that sells like $10 or $20 frankincense, it's really going to make a difference how much you actually spend on your school supplies. And also, I don't know where this person would be from, but there are some quality wholesale bulk essential oil suppliers, so that could be a good option too to save money when you're buying in bulk. And I can guarantee you probably have most of these oils anyways if you are an oil user. Yes, have her jump on. Beth Ann wants Ashley on, but I'll let you kind of prepare mentally for it, Ashley, and then we'll talk about it later. Okay, and I'm at my last question, so if you guys have questions, feel free to ask them in the chat so that I can answer them before I finish. So this one was actually asked during the chat, and it says, how have essential oils helped you? Sorry, how have essential oils helped you? How haven't they? You know, they just helped me in so many different ways, to be honest. Like emotionally, I use them for emotional reasons to really evoke certain emotions. Just day-to-day things, let's say, I can go on. Let's say I feel a lot of tension in my shoulders, I'll put some relaxing essential oils such as like lavender and peppermint or marjoram on my shoulders. I don't know what I can and can't say on here, but so I'll be careful. But I had a lot of life-changing things with essential oils that really, I guess, changed the course of my life, and is why I'm actually studying aromatherapy right now, because I was in a place where like specialists, doctors couldn't help me, and essential oils really gave me that relief. And I'm not saying that essential oils should ever replace seeing the proper medical professional, but sometimes essential oils can really support you in a way that others can't. I just want to be clear, I'm not saying it's one or the other. I think they can work beautifully together. The like Western and Eastern medicine, I guess, if I said that right. Natural and pharmaceuticals. Okay, Beth Ann, I think I'm not going to answer that. I don't think I should, but I will talk to you a little bit later about that. I think it's only, yeah, I'm not sure about Tris. I'm not sure about that, Tris, so I'm just going to stay on the safe side. So we are all done the questions that I have. So if you guys have any questions, I'll give you an extra like minute to type the questions and send them, because I know that the live is like lagged, I think about 30 seconds or so with the questions, and it is hard to type and send. So I'm just gonna chill out here a bit until about a minute's gone by. Okay, so Megan asks, what do they count as hours? Is it under supervision of a certified aromatherapist? Do you mean the continuing education hours? If so, that would be, you'd have to check it out, because there's, that's a really good question. But if you are a part of, for example, an association, I believe they provide you with different opportunities to get those credit hours. So it could be either taking a course from another school that is accredited, or I believe they also can give webinars. But of course, I don't want to get too certain about it, because I'm not there at that stage yet where I am getting continuing credit hours in education as an aromatherapist, because I'm not. But I believe some associations do provide webinars to really get those credit hours. Okay, Lindsay asked, I did mention it, but I'll say it again. Do you plan on working as an aromatherapist, or is this just for fun? I'm not sure. So I loved essential oils so much, they changed my life. So I just was like, you know what? I really want to learn more about it. I want to learn how to use them safely. I want to eventually, ideally, help someone with essential oils. So if life permits it and then I can make a living off of it, I would really like to be an aromatherapist. But if not, I would probably still keep it as a part of my life as a side hustle, or maybe doing more YouTube videos and stuff like that. So it is for fun. I love it. I'm hoping one day it might become like a career or a job I can actually do to support me and my future family. But I'm still on the fence about it. Oh, Megan, for the 300 hours in general. Okay, so for the 300 hour minimum that you need, that would be for to become a certified clinical aromatherapist. So that is level 3, but you're a social worker, so I believe you can double check. I believe you would just want a level 1. So that is just a minimum 50-hour like course. And that you can just look up by going on naha.org or naha, I don't know if it's .org, but the naha website, and you can just check out like what schools offer level 1 education, and then check them out from there, because they have an approved school section on the naha website. That's okay, Katori, I'll see you later. But yeah, I think that's about it. Really check the website, and I'll put it down in the description of this video when I post it, the naha website. Really great place to see approved schools and what levels you're looking for. But if I don't have any more questions, which I don't think I do, I am going to log off. So we're all done. Thank you so much for listening, everyone, and I hope that helps some of you guys. I can do this again if new questions pop up. But thanks again, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.